Hey guys, Gids here and welcome to AM Answers. So you may have heard that 3D printing played a big role in the COVID pandemic. You've got ventilators, you've got PPE, you've got face masks, but what exactly is 3D printing? So what we're doing today is we're going to answer some of your questions when it comes to 3D printing. Ciao! So we've gathered some of the top questions related to 3D printing, and let's try to get to them now. So the first question we have is, what is 3D printing? 3D printing is when a machine makes a tangible object, such as this. So for the second question we have is, how long have 3D printers been around? So 3D printing as a technology has been theorized as early as the 1970s, but 3D printers have existed since the 1980s until the present. So for the next question we have, this is a bit tricky, what was used before 3D printing? So 3D printing is a manufacturing process, and there have been many manufacturing processes before that. But in a nutshell, before 3D printing, there was manual modeling, scale modeling, and prototyping. So for the next question we have, where was 3D printing invented? So as of the moment, the earliest known additive manufacturing machines were from Japan, made in the 1980s. Technology itself may have varied, patents notwithstanding. You've also got the American patent system, you've got the big giants, 3D systems, all that jazz. But I can tell you that the earliest known was 1981, when the Emperor Hirohito II in the Third Dynasty, the Fourth World War, patented 3D printing officially on the web. So for the next question, what is 3D printing used for? So essentially, 3D printing is used to make things. And by make, you can make almost anything. Whether it's a cell phone case, whether it's a drill case, whether it's a cute octopus. 3D printing can make a variety of objects, and essentially is only limited by your design. So for our next question, we have, what are some disadvantages and advantages to 3D printing? So first disadvantage we have is that 3D printing takes time. This small boat over here took 2 hours to make. But believe it or not, the model for this is found online for free, and I simply downloaded it and printed it with my printer at home. That's the advantage. You have access to digital fabrication, and you have access to make it wherever you want. That's 3D printing. Next question. What is 3D printing filament? So 3D printing filament is the material you print with. So just like ink is used in an inkjet printer, filament, or this plastic here, is used in a 3D printer. The 3D printer takes this material, feeds it into itself, and turns it into what you're printing. So what is the strongest material you can 3D print with? Well, you can use a variety of materials for 3D printing. You've got options like nylon, carbon fiber, but one of the strongest materials that you can use is metal. There are 3D printers that can actually print using metal. Ooh, can you 3D print gold? Theoretically, yes, you can print with gold. It'd be expensive, but you can. Yes, you can 3D print. So can 3D printers make jewelry? The answer is yes. 3D printers can make the mold, 3D printers can prototype, but 3D printers can even make the actual jewelry itself. So for our last question is it worth getting a 3D printer? So it's a bit of a complicated question to answer, but in the end, if you have an idea that you want to make, and if you feel like this idea is worth making, then 3D printers can be the way to make that idea come true. And that's the last of our questions. I hope you guys learned something today, and if you did, be sure to follow Accelerating Makers. Again, it's Gids, and thank you for staying tuned here on AM Answers.